Niall Stanage. Now, I want to go back to the topic that Allison and I were talking about. Governor DeSantis and Governor Newsom. I wonder what the theme song would sound like. You know, we have Family Feud. What would the theme song be like for Governor Feud, do you think?
This is quite a question to land on me right off the top, Adrienne. A good theme song for these two guys, maybe some like boxing or basketball, like something warlike and combative.
You know what, I think so. Thank you to our crew behind the scenes for making that moment happen for me. As soon as I saw Governor Feud, I thought of Family Feud. You know, he's talking a real good game, but he's walking a very fine line. The way he said pussyfooting around and saying that Newsom was doing that. How in the world can he say that when he took months to dance around the pot himself?
I mean, it's a good point, but I think that he feels that there is always going to be a political advantage to him in attacking a Liberal governor of California. You're never going to lose votes for doing that in a Republican primary. Now, I take your point, which could perhaps be better levelled by the Trump team against Governor DeSantis, about how long it took him to enter the race. Nikki Haley made a similar criticism of DeSantis for that. But in terms of the governor feud, I think it's an understandable and probably politically advantageous charge to make, Adrienne.
Well, besides the war of words, there are some really serious issues here. You have Florida's governor putting immigrants on buses and planes and shipping them to other states, including California, Sacramento to be exact. Then you have California's governor making threats that there are criminal charges that he could use against Florida's governor. Is this all just a shouting match? I mean, where is the legal line here for them to be saying and doing the things that they're doing?
Yeah, I think you make a great point in the sense that there is this peculiar juxtaposition where on the one hand, this is almost like a cartoonish or you said Family Feud kind of battle.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, there are real, what did you say?
I just say, yeah, amen.
Yeah, no, absolutely. and on the other side, like there are really grave issues at stake here. So it's a very strange mix of things. So to your point about the legal line, Governor Newsom has suggested that Governor DeSantis' actions in relation to those migrants amounts to kidnapping. Obviously, Governor DeSantis is pushing back very strongly against that. But these really serious charges get sort of absorbed into this broader fight where they're kind of hurling insults at one another, and Governor Newsom describing Governor DeSantis as small and pathetic, and the clip you played of DeSantis saying that Newsom is chirping from the sidelines, and that's pretty personal.
I like that you used a different word than he did, but obviously a lot of ego, a lot of bragging rights eclipsing the more serious issues here for the American people. What does either of them stand to lose in all of this bickering?
Well, one thing is, in Governor Newsom's case, like, what is the point of all this? You know, I get that he's attacking Governor DeSantis, and Governor DeSantis is very unpopular with Liberals and with Democrats. But what's the ultimate objective? I don't think that's very clear. From Governor DeSantis's point of view, as I've said, there's an advantage in attacking Newsom just because you're attacking a Liberal Democrat. But does it take your focus off, frankly, the only challenger that really matters at this point, which is former President Trump? And I think Allison mentioned in her report just how wide the polling deficit is there right now. Yes, DeSantis is Trump's most serious challenger, but like not that serious. I mean, he's 30 points behind or so.
Oh, Niall, now you're getting in the smack talk game. Not that serious of a rival, I'm just saying. Says Niall Stanage.
Well, for now, maybe it'll all change, Adrienne, but we try to actually talk about these things normally rather than the boring Washington way. You know?
Oh, no, we ain't boring. Niall, you know, I think it's going to be interesting to see if voters perceive DeSantis and Newsom as actually quite similar to younger men who either of them are not quite ready for the presidential spotlight. But we'll find out.
We will, among other things.
All right. Thank you, Niall. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.